Hey guys, it's Sithlore. The skill that I wanted to go over today is Summon Zombie Dogs. Now, I'll be honest, this is a really boring skill to show, and so don't expect a whole lot of exciting views or commentary associated with this skill. So I'll try to get through it as quickly as possible. There may be a couple of runes that I don't show, just as a result of there's not really much to show with this skill whatsoever, and I'm lagging significantly. Alright, so what your zombie dogs do is they deal, there's 4 dogs because I'm using the passive zombie handler, and so each dog deals 9% weapon damage. So it's gonna deal a little bit of damage, definitely not a lot, but they're a great meat shield. They will survive pretty much any normal attack and about 50% of elite attacks, as long as you don't just sit there and let them be your sole source of damage. So if you've got a decent DPS, which I would consider anything above 35,000 a decent DPS, and you're on monster power 2 or under, they will be able to definitely outlast the cooldown associated with the skill. So let me just get away from these guys. We'll go to town and get the first rune choice. But even as you can see, my dogs are still almost at full health dealing with these packs. So the first rune is Rabid Dogs. And so what Rabid Dogs does is, in addition to the normal 9% damage, it deals an additional 9% of weapon damage over 3 seconds. Because of the fact that the poison damage does not stack, it is essentially dealing damage once, and then every second as they're attacking again, then it resets. So if you look closely, you will see numbers that say about 3,000 or 4,000, and then the 1,000. Well, the 1,000 and then is the poison damage, whereas the 4 and 5,000 is the initial weapon damage up front. So it does do a little bit of damage over time, and it does the initial damage as well. The next rune choice, Final Gift, I'm not going to show you. It just has a 15% chance to leave a health globe when they die. Because of the fact that my dogs survive fairly well, I don't know if they die or not. I'd have to find an elite pack, so I'm not even going to show that one. Lifelink, I'm not going to show this one either. The dogs absorb 10% of the damage done to you. So because of the fact that I have 4 dogs, it's a 10% damage reduction, which is always great, and 2.5% of the damage is taken by each of the dogs. So this is probably the best defensive one. Leeching Beasts I'll talk about at the same time. So your zombie dogs heal 50% of the damage they deal as life, divided evenly between themselves and you. So the 4 dogs that I have, plus myself, essentially each of us get 10% of the lifesteal. Unfortunately, because of the fact that we're in Inferno, that's reduced by 80%. So the 10% that each of us are getting is really only 2%, and the 2% is then discounted an additional 91% because the zombie dogs are only doing 9% damage. So realistically, it's very, very, very little life that you're regenerating. So although it will keep them alive a little bit longer, I find this to be a pretty useless rune. If you're looking for a defensive rune, Lifelink is your best choice. Burning Dogs is the other offensive rune associated with this. And what it does is it does a little bit of AoE damage, wherever it is over here. So it's 2% of your weapon damage is fire every second, in addition to the 9% that they're dealing. So again, a little bit of damage. This is, I find, to be the most damaging out of all of them. So if you're looking for an offensive one, Burning Beast is the one that I recommend. The only thing that I want to remind people is some of the passives. Bad Medicine is what I'm referring to specifically. Provides benefits, and in this case the benefit is damage reduction anytime you have dealt poison damage. So by using the Burning Dogs, which is fire damage, you will lose out on that. So anyways guys, I know this has been a boring video in order to show, because the skills are pretty much the same, but just wanted to say thanks for watching. Any questions or comments, please leave them below, and if you like the content, please subscribe and you'll get any future content that I produce. Thanks guys, have a good night.